All right, everybody, we're live. Welcome to Everything Bears, your home for everything Bears. I'm Ezra. This is Drew. How you
What's
doing?
up, everybody? Doing good, man. Excited to unveil our new channel. Ready to bust out this new intro. Let's get this thing going, man.
Let's get it started.
Never let it run. Never let it run. You're gonna get better. You better get better.
Bears!
Woo!
Woo!
Man, that intro gets me jacked up. Let's do this, man. I'm excited.
Woo! Welcome, everybody. Welcome. So this is the new spot where you will find Drew and I. It is Everything Bears Show on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Do all that good stuff. And welcome, everybody. Welcome. Damn it. Welcome. What a week. I know we're a little late to the party. We're going to talk about that good old game that we had on Sunday against the Saints. Drew, opening thoughts.
Nice to see that we can win a game where we don't have to rely on Caleb Williams. Run game carried over week to week. And what about that defense, man? 4 turnovers.
Yeah, who would have thunk it? You know, they were on that trend of getting turnovers, and you know, can you really sustain that kind of, turnover count? And yes, they can.
As a matter of fact, they did.
And they did. Yeah.
Good old Spencer Rattler, giving up another one to Caleb. Appreciate that. Thank you, buddy. 3 picks and a fumble lost, right?
Caleb.
A little disappointed that we didn't hear that much.
Yeah.
I was really hoping.
Well, that and Caleb kind of really didn't give us a whole lot to work with, really, unfortunately.
That's true.
Yeah, he struggled a bit. Struggled a bit that game, but, it's all part of football, folks. It's all part of football. It's, again, the 6th game with Ben Johnson. That's not a lot of football and time on task for those two. Plus, two, the Saints were essentially running prevent defenses because they were not going to let Rome and Caleb beat them. So they dared the Bears to run. And did they ever?
Yeah, to the tune of 222 yards. And we had a Monangai sighting. Ow. Has he officially arrived?
I think so. 13 carries for like 80-something yards and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say so. I'd say that's a good little 1-2 punch. Let's go a little ground and pound.
Ground and pound. Swift looked good. Monangai running with power. I think what this does is it kind of null and voids the conversation we had a couple weeks ago about looking for a running back. I don't know if we need one now. Yeah. It's been 1 week, so I'm not going to, go crazy over this by any means, but It's a conversation to be had.
Absolutely. Yeah, I wouldn't venture to say we need to reach and try to get a running back at this point. It's if these two stay healthy and I tell you what, I know Swift is on the injury report. It could be a rest day. I don't know, but I'd give this kid 18, 22 carries. Give it to him. Let him do his thing.
Guy another 10 to 15. I think that was pretty much the split we saw last week.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see. We talked about the kid earlier. It looks like he was in on passing downs as well. He had some amazing blitz pickups.
Yeah,
Monungai's not afraid to get his nose in there, man, and take on linebackers, whatever the case may be. But
absolutely.
he showed that, he can spell Swift, and we still have a little bit of juice in the backfield.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really great. And I think it's something to build on because, like, again, Ben Johnson's gripes leading up to the last 2 weeks was the run game. They weren't able to get it going, and it was pissing him off, and he was getting frustrated, and,
Mhm.
they straightened it out, and so now you get to build a passing game off of that. I think it's probably a little bit harder to do it in reverse where your passing game opens up the run game. I'm not sure that's I'm sure it is possible, but in most cases
Yeah.
probably not. You want to have a strong run game so then play actions work, and now you could build off of that. So 2 weeks we'll see if they can keep that going, but man, I love seeing these two totally running like that.
You think it's sustainable? You see 3 weeks with us getting ready to go into Baltimore?
I can, and if the passing woes continue, then we might have to be relying on these two guys. And
Mhm.
so yeah, I feel pretty confident they could rattle off some more hefty yardage and chew up clock and do all that good stuff to keep what looks like Lamar coming back, keep his ass off the field.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be going blow for blow with Derrick Henry. Even though Lamar was out, he was still eating. Kind of give my 2 cents on the run game here too. I fully see it carrying over because it starts with the big dogs up front, and boy, they were eating again this week. How many times did we see Dahlman, you know, combo blocking, getting down to linebackers? Uh, Tooney, obviously, the dude's just a stud. He's so good.
I know.
I can't remember watching a play where he lost, just straight up lost. I mean, he's so good, man.
Yeah.
Jackson and Dahlman were working the combos good. Wright was still having a good game. Theo, maybe the odd man out, and we
Mhm.
could talk a little bit more about him. But if this offensive line continues to play like this and they're getting down on linebackers, why can't we? I mean, we've done it against a couple decent fronts. Saints, maybe not quite as good as the Commanders, if we're being honest, but
Yeah.
at the same time, we still ran it just as effectively, and that ultimately kept us in the game. As a matter of fact, it helped us control that game.
Yeah. 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 It was definitely good to see. I am so happy that we got the run game going because yeah, that just opens things up more for hopefully make Caleb's job easier to just hand the ball off and let those guys work. Hopefully this week they get a little bit of a bounce back on the pass game, but that's the wonderful game of football. That's why football is so awesome because it's such a cat and mouse game. All right. If the Saints were again in some sort of lots of zones, they're not going to give up any deep plays. And again, daring the Bears to run, you know, Ben Johnson says, fine, we'll do that then. That's what
Mhm.
you want to do.
We'll
And that
just
brings us,
continuously punch you in the mouth. No problem.
yeah. And then this will be a moniker on the station a lot on this channel, the Ben Johnson effect, because he is that fucking dude.
Yeah,
He is
we
that
still
guy.
need to coin that phrase. I mean, we got to get out in front of this. Any copyright specialists out there, respond in the chat, man.
Yeah.
We need
Anybody
help.
drop something in the chats.
Hmm.
Go ahead. You're
I,
free to
I,
go.
I was kind of waiting for you. All right, man. But anyway, I think as we continue to look forward, the offensive line, I think, is going to continue to keep rolling. Caleb got to have that bounce back game. But it's nice to see that we were able to win a game where our quarterback wasn't playing very good. We relied on the run game. It carried us. We still controlled that game. I think the closest that the score ever got was 6 points, you know, um, after, we opened up the scoring. And maybe for a few minutes you felt like the game might be in flux, but for the most part, controlled it start to finish.
Yeah,
A
they
little
had
bit of
2.
uncomfortableness around halftime, but
Correct. I was gonna say they had the 2 good drives, the one going into halftime and the one coming out.
mhm.
Scored their 14 points, and the Bears were like, "All right, that's it. You're done. You
I
got your
mean,
14, that's enough."
yeah, the first quarter and a half, I mean, the Saints couldn't get out of their own way.
Right.
We had a sweat sighting with a strip sack fumble.
Yeah.
Um, Everybody was flying around. I mean, it didn't look like they were going to get any yards. So what? First quarter, the Saints had 4 total yards.
Correct. That's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, they ended up. I mean, Spencer ended up with 230 some odd yards, but he was a very generous person this week, giving the
He
Bears the
was
ball 3
he
times in
he's a
the
real
air.
giver. He's a real
Yeah,
giver.
he embraces. He's a few steps ahead for the holidays. Thank you, buddy. Thank you, Spencer. We appreciate it, and you're more than welcome to come back any year to continue to give us more footballs.
Yeah, we'll have you back anytime you want, Spence.
Mhm.
Oh man. Cuz right at some point I mean, we were up 20-0, right?
Yeah.
And you're just like, "Holy shit, okay." And then to kind of see the game gradually go on where just the run game again was just effective, effective. Pass, run game,
Mhm.
effective, effective, effective. Pass. Like it's like,
Yeah.
"Oh no."
There
Uh
were a few key passes in there that moved the sticks. The most important one being Loveland at the end in the 4-minute
to
offense that
seal it.
just iced
Yeah.
that sucker.
Yeah.
How nice is it that we executed the 4-minute offense
Mhm.
to perfection, man? Just again, they knew we were going to run it, and we ran it anyway.
Yeah, you gotta love that. Again, and this is the Ben Johnson effect.
Mhm.
No other Shane Waldron. No, nothing. Nothing from Shane.
We
Matt
need that
Nagy.
X sound on Shane Waldron. You say Shane Waldron,
Oh,
eh.
that's right. Um, fucking Matt Nagy, Mister. I didn't come here to run the I formation. Like it would we haven't seen this in a long time. It's refreshing to see again. Good clock management, and and this guy, what a psycho. Okay, so I'm sure everybody who's watching, there's 8. Thank you for joining us. 8 in the chat. Come on, chat us up. But did you see the footage of him on the sidelines during all the plays? Like they showed like a turnover, and he's just
He looks exactly like our guy on the bottom of the screen.
oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
There he is.
there he
Right
is.
through turnovers, through touchdowns, through first downs, through sacks. He looks just like that,
Mhm.
right down there. That's how he's always looks, and it's like this guy's a fucking psycho.
Yeah,
I
just
think
stone
my nipples
face.
are hard.
Yeah, RBF the whole game.
Unbelievable. So like to have that mentality is just it's refreshing as a Bears fan because then we've always got a chance, right? The last games that we've won, oh, last second field goal against Washington, and you know, it, last year we weren't winning those games.
No,
We weren't. We were finding ways to lose. Is what we were doing. Hey, let's get creative. How are we gonna fucking lose this week? I don't know, but Matt
let's get a
Eberflus,
block field goal.
he's
Yeah,
got our back. He's gonna figure out something real fucked up to make us lose. But this guy, it's the opposite. We're finding ways, and then there's a little bit of well, I don't want to say luck, but the block field goal against the Raiders. I mean, not luck. Okay, that was preparation, baby. Okay, they
mhm.
saw a little thing, something with the snap where Blackwell was able to get a jump and get back there and block it. So that was fuck. I take that all back. It was not luck.
It
It's
was
the
scheme
Ben
plan.
Johnson effect.
Yes. So
Woo!
we're at the same point last year, and the team is trending in 2 completely different directions. 4-2
This is a different
last
four and
year,
two.
right? Last year was 4-1. where everybody was like, woohoo, and then literally the wheels fell off for the rest of the season. So getting this team to 4 wins, I definitely feel a hell of a lot better with this team being at 4 wins this year versus last year.
Absolutely.
Especially after the Commanders game. So we're trending in the right direction, and we'll see what happens this weekend. I know the $1,000,000 question is what Lamar's going to be or if he's going to be there.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have realistic hope and optimism this year and not maybe a false sense of security that we had last year, because we have something that's sustainable. Our offense looks competent compared to last year. Last year, it was, I'm going to throw this 2 yards and hope that you can make a play. Kind of like the playground offense right there. You're the stick on the rock, turn around at the Buick and I'll hit you. No.
I don't want to think about last year.
Yeah.
I was getting flooded with all these terrible memories of just misery and agony, and I hated my life every Sunday. Like, why do I watch these fucking guys? Oh my God. But you're right. Totally night and day. Totally night and day. Every Sunday now I feel like for here, you can call me a meatball if you want. Well, I don't give a shit if Lamar plays or he doesn't fucking play. Put him in. Come on. Like, you want to be the best, right? We all know you got to beat the best. So fuck it. Yeah, have Lamar out there and let's fucking pick his ass off too a couple times and knock the ball out of his hand too.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry's been giving lately too, I hear. He's fumbling a lot.
He's got fumble issues, and let's be honest. I mean, the Ravens were 1-2 with Lamar in there, maybe 1-3. He's missed the last 2 games, so it's not like he was lighting the world on fire.
Nope.
But
they were struggling a little bit, but
he has some history.
Mm-hmm.
He gets the benefit of the doubt. I mean, he's a former MVP. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, couple of them, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I would love to take him at their best shot. I mean, let's be honest. Best case scenario, Lamar's back. Maybe 80%. He's got a hamstring issue that takes away a huge part of his game. A little bit more stationary. I'm sure he'll still have plenty of wiggle, but
right.
Here we are. Listen to us getting all excited about next week. We're still trying to recap last week, and we're just like, next. Yeah, bring them out. What did you think of the locker room at the end of the game where Dennis Allen got the game ball?
Yeah, that was pretty damn sweet, man, because we talked a little bit about it on our pregame show that morning about, he's doing his best to not make it a thing all week long, right? Nope, it's just another football on Sunday. It's not, there's no animosity, but it meant something.
Mm-hmm.
It. If you've been a football fan your whole life, or if you've ever played football or sports of any kind, it means something. Okay.
A little extra motivation there.
Just
for sure.
Teensy weensy. And he even said it in his speech. I thought his speech was awesome when he said, sometimes God's got a plan for you. And, if you're not good enough to be somewhere and they don't want you, well, God's got you, and I was like, oh, this did mean something.
Oh, yeah.
Because they fucking fired him. Right? They fired him.
Yeah.
So
gave up on him. Never mind the fact that they didn't give the poor guy any players to play down there.
Right.
The guy's been a monster coordinator forever. And
for a long
I don't
time.
think that organization was ran badly while he was there. The results might not have been there, but at the same time, look at how many other franchises that didn't have a quarterback during that time struggled as well. Let's rip them off, Bears. The Bears struggled, and Pittsburgh struggled as well. Yeah, they might make the playoffs, but they never did anything in them. The Bears struggled without a quarterback. Did I mention them yet?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so hey, you know what? We're glad we have them.
Yeah,
the way that team was flying around, holy cow! The way that they rallied around him in the locker room.
Yeah,
he's got the ear of those guys. They're bought in. 100%.
Yeah, it was very awesome to see. Yeah, definitely the defense loves him, and he's got them playing out of their fucking minds,
Yeah,
and
lights
I
out.
love it, and I love
Bayard's
it.
still looking great. Like,
Yeah.
holy cow, how's this guy in the right place every freaking time? Like, man,
Well,
I
he's got
don't
to be.
remember.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was gonna say, I don't remember him making this many plays all of last year, let alone in the first 6 games.
Yeah,
I mean, he's flashing everywhere.
yeah,
I'm glad he's wearing those orange sleeves because I know who it is and that blue streak going by.
yeah. He's definitely rejuvenated. Uh, I don't really know what scheme they've got the guys playing in, but maybe Bayer just excels in what Dennis Allen is doing as opposed to the cover two shell, cover
Mhm.
two, cover two, cover two, cover two, cover two, and then so if you incorporate that with whatever Dennis Allen's running, the he's like having a quarterback out there on the field at playing center field.
Yeah.
And so, it's all coming together, baby. It's all coming
Mhm.
together,
All we need is a little bit of health luck, and we're gonna be just fine, man. Uh, Edmonds, Edwards, they looked amazing. Uh, Brisk,
Yeah.
Brisker on the
Yeah.
blitz, man.
Yeah.
He was playing like a man possessed as well. Kyler
And
flashed.
and that's again, so that's Dennis Allen too, right? He's sending these guys.
Mhm.
He's sending Brisker in there. I think that was a horse shit call. When Brisk went up like that, he was going for,
Yeah, his hand
Spencer was
slid down the
throwing it
arm and hit him in the
and hit
yeah.
the yeah, and I was like, dude, that's fucking come on. That's incidental, number one. He was going for the ball. What a bullshit. But yeah, he got there, hit the quarterback. Kyler Gordon's getting back there. Kyler Gordon got him a sack. Like, dude,
Mhm.
this was what we wanted to see, getting TJ Edwards and Kyler Gordon back, man. Just woo. It
Yeah.
changed the defense. It changed them. There's an extra whole nother couple layers to how aggressive that defense is playing with those two in there. And then Tremaine Edmonds, man, also this guy too. Now you're worth what you're getting paid now, baby.
Mhm.
Now you're doing it. Just keep it up. Stay consistently doing that, and you're worth every dollar now, baby.
Yeah. Edwards, I think, was a huge addition for him, because I think it moved him over. TJ Edwards was playing the middle, and it moved Edmonds over to the weak side linebacker, where uh, the dividends that's paid in the last 2 weeks is huge. I
Yeah,
mean, it seems like he's been flashing all over as well.
yeah,
Let's keep that up. Sweat, we talked about him with the strip sack. He was a beast in the first quarter. I don't think it's any coincidence that they gave up those 2 long scores and he disappeared a little bit.
mm,
It wasn't sustainable for him, but man, if we could continue getting production out of Sweat like that, and maybe the whole defense was super jacked up at the beginning of the game and that adrenaline started wearing off a little bit in the second quarter, but
hmm
they were hitting, they were rallying to the ball. Man, it was a thing of beauty. 4 yards in the first quarter. I'm surprised they got that much because they weren't doing anything. They shut down the run consistently,
yeah,
even though that they were the worst run defense in the first couple weeks. They got that short up in a hurry.
big time. Yeah, they only allowed 44 yards on the
Yeah.
ground in that game.
And against the Commanders, they shut it down too. Number
Yeah,
one rushing offense, I think, going into that game,
yeah,
and they
shut
shut it
them.
down.
Yep.
So you shut that down, makes teams one dimensional. Unfortunately, that one dimension is playing into maybe one of the weaknesses on the Bears defense right now in the secondary. I mean, they're
Mhm.
just a mash unit in the DB room right now.
Yeah.
So let's hope that they can get healthy and get some reinforcements there.
And that was going into this season. That was one of my don't even worry about them. They have super talented fucking depth in that DB room. You obviously you feel good about the starters with Jalen Johnson gone for the season, or we'll
Mhm.
get to him in a little bit. You found a little new news report about him, but Tyreek Stevenson, great. Kyler Gordon at the nickel, awesome. Fucking Terrell Smith was like third on that depth chart. You're like, awesome. Then we hear about Nahshon Wright. Okay, great. This is one of Al Harris's guys. He really liked him. Really tall, lanky guy, but man, he fucking move. He can move for his size. You're like, shit, our DBs, this is our strength on this team. And then just all these injuries, you're like, oh no, Jalen's gone. Oh no, Tyreek Stevenson, his shoulder. Oh no, like Terrell Smith, we lost him early on too for the year. Like, oh no.
Yeah, we got hit hard in one position. So we were talking about the trade deadline and the Bears possibly exploring the option of picking up a running back. With the resurgence of Monangai, that's low on the priority list, I would say right now. I think they need some DB help, like we were talking about before. That definitely, I think, needs to be addressed. I don't know if they need necessarily like high-end caliber DB, but they definitely need some good depth pieces there because they are hanging on by a thread at this point.
Yeah. We're going to be having if Stevenson can't go, and I think today was the second day in a row he did not participate in practice. We're going to have hopefully Nahshon Wright out there, and then McLeod,
Cloud or Blackwell, sorry.
Oh yeah, Blackwell. Right. And so it's kind of like, well, you know what? I kind of am not too worried because of Al Harris. Yeah, like he had Nahshon Wright. That kid's fucking playing out of his mind too. And we didn't know much about him, but from what he's put on tape, it's like, okay, yeah, Nahshon Wright. All right, let's go. All right. But I think the big credit goes to Al Harris. So he's having these guys prepared. And so he's got to have, the next guy's up and ready to go. And I think he will, because the guy seems to be a great DB's coach, man.
I think one of the things that these DBs can rely on a little bit as well is how well Byard is playing center field back there. So even if you got to ride the wave with the guys you have, and there's a pretty good center fielder roaming around out there right now. I mean, he is a ball hawk this year.
Yeah.
I love it. I love to see it.
Yeah. Brisker also, too. Brisker's playing very well. He's obviously always a very physical kid and comes up and tackles. But, he got himself a pick out there. Jumping a route and got himself a pick. So,
I love the fact that Brisks was hunting out Rattler on that return. You saw him turn right towards him. He's like, let's go.
Yeah, that was awesome because he's like just launched himself at him.
Yeah. I wish he would have stayed on his feet and just made the kid.
Oh, that was Jaden Daniels. I'm sorry. That was Jaden Daniels. He did that too. Right.
Yeah. But he hunted him out. He ran right towards him. I'm like, yes, let's do this.
Yeah.
If you can't hit somebody while they have the ball, you might as well hit them while you have the ball.
Yeah. Fucking knock the quarterback's head off while you have the ball.
Yeah. Outstanding.
So how about this really quick? It's because speaking of Jaden Daniels, so ever since their loss to the Bears seem to have somehow voodoo magicked their bad juju back to Washington. So now Washington's going on a losing streak, and now Jaden's out this week's game. He's not playing. And it's like, yeah, how do you motherfuckers like it? You like that?
Yeah.
You like
Thanks
that?
for coming back just long enough for the Bears to get a little bit of revenge and dish out a sweet bowl of karma.
That's it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Shifted it right back to them. So the Ben Johnson effect.
The Ben Johnson. Dun, dun, dun. Watch them go 4-13 or 12 or whatever. So Screw
Mhm.
you guys.
Yeah.
You get what's coming to you. You and your
Absolutely.
smug smile, Jaden Daniels.
Yeah. Oh my God. That I was not to talk about game 2 weeks ago, but during that game, I mean, Bears fans, honestly, right? When you're watching that game, and every time they show Jaden Daniels, he's got that cocky, and he's smiling, and he's fucking playing hacky sack on the sideline with his teammates
Mhm.
and fucking around and laughing and joking and like the Bears ain't shit. I could just laugh and joke the whole time. I could Donovan McNabb my way through this game. You motherfucker. And again, that last drive when he fumbled that handoff, I'm like, I don't see you smiling now, bitch.
Yeah.
I don't fucking see you smiling now.
Go back to the sideline. Go cry in your Cheerios, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, and as a fan base, me personally, my quarterback throws a fucking pick and then they show him on the sidelines and he's laughing and giggling and shit. I'm going to be like, get him out. I hate this motherfucker. Get him out. So I bet Washington fans probably were not happy during that, but you know.
They could very well stretch this losing streak for those guys to 3. They're playing the Chiefs, I think, on Monday night. And
Ooh.
with the Chiefs are playing really good right now. They got a couple of their receivers back, and they hung 31 on Vegas and gave up zip 31-0. The Geno Smith effect right there. I don't know. I didn't go back and look at the stats on that game, but I'm sure they weren't great.
That's a terrible effect.
Yes.
It's
the opposite of the Ben Johnson effect.
Correct. Oh man. So what else about the Saints game? Anybody want to chime in? Come on, there's almost 20 of you in here. Give us something. You guys want to rap? You want to say, hey, how about Bears fans? You're out there, right? So keeping on the Saints game, Caleb struggles a little bit. Press conferences come out, and in the live chat, which I'm all up in, so I know you guys watching me, and you see the Book of Ezra in the Bears chat room during one of their press conferences. You fucking fans were losing your fucking marbles. Bench Caleb. It's Bajan time. It's Caleb's a bust. Get the fuck rid of him. And I'm reading these comments, saying to myself, like, have you people lost your fucking minds? Are you seriously don't know football that well? You fucking retarded? They put Bajan in? Are you kidding me?
Hey, don't get me wrong. I love Bajan as much as the next guy,
Yeah.
but I'm pretty sure Caleb gives us a better chance to win week in, week out. Come on.
I just, even if you go off of his, because thank goodness there were nice outspoken Bears fans in the chat who had the stats like on the ready, who were like, oh, okay, so we're on a 4-game win streak and you want to bench our quarterback for a kid who in the NFL is 2-2 and he's got something like 7 or 9 interceptions to like 3 touchdowns. Yeah, let's put him in. It's like, oh, thank God. Thank God somebody's talking sense to these people, but they don't hear it. They're so blinded by, I hate Caleb so fucking much that your stats and facts, I don't want to hear it. You're all wrong. I'm right. Caleb's a bust. Sit him down. And it's like, oh my God. You Bears fans, toxic. The Bears chat room during press conferences is cancer. Literally. It's awful.
Even when he has a horrible game, first of all, we still controlled that game start to finish, and he only had 1 turnover. That amounted to nothing.
Right.
Great. Give me those bad games all the time. I'm willing to sacrifice maybe a bad game like that for 2 touchdowns, 250 yards, no picks on a consistent basis.
Yeah. So correct, because that's one of the trade-offs, right? That's one of the variances in the outcomes to a game. Would you rather? Oh, do you want Caleb to throw for 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, but we lose? You cool with that? Or are you just happy that he threw for 200 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception, but we won. Like
Right.
they don't want the win. They want the kid to stuff stats. If he doesn't stuff stats, then he ain't shit. And it's like that's so again, that logic is fucking retarded.
Yeah. The most important stat is the one that goes into the W column at the end
Yeah,
of the day.
right.
As long as that number keeps going up, we're good. I mean, we have a defense, we have a run game.
Yeah, that too. The run game. Look at those stats. 222 yards on the ground, multiple touchdowns. Like hello, like no, it has to be Caleb, and it has to be Caleb just dominating. Otherwise, he ain't shit. It's so, ugh. And that might be society as a whole, right? It's not just Bears fans. I bet it gets like this in other teams' chat rooms too. I just don't go there. There's a lot of trolls who come to Bears chats. It's disgusting. There's like Packers fans in there. There's your regular Lions fans. And it's like, don't you fucking losers just like that's how much I don't give a shit about the other teams in my division. I'm not going to spend my day going to your chat room and trolling you.
Yeah.
I got a fucking life to live, okay? Don't come to our Bears chats and troll us. Fucking jerks.
I think, especially, kind of staying on this Caleb Williams things, I would have loved for him to use that whole Spencer Rattler motivation a little bit more. Maybe that's not his thing. I don't know. Maybe we made it a bigger story than what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But like we were talking about, he takes care of the football. He doesn't turn it over. Even though the kid runs around and throws on the run and, seems like maybe he plays a little bit out of control. But even when he does that, he's still not throwing it into danger.
Right.
Do we want a guy who maybe throws for 170 yards, no touchdowns, but yet we win by 10? Or do we want the guy who throws for 250 yards, 2-3 picks, tried to play hero ball? As much as this kid was hyped up, I don't see him trying to play hero ball where he's just running it every play. Maybe a little bit last year we saw it because he had to, because the poor kid was running for his life.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, he could play within the confines of the offense and be just fine. He has a pocket to throw from.
Right.
For the most of the game, he was pretty well protected. Theo gave up some quick pressures. I think the short game was keyed in on a little bit based on the way that the Saints secondary was playing that deeper shell coverage. So they didn't want to get beat deep. So the natural counter to that is the quick game. And I think the edges were prepared for that. But overall, I mean, the one area that was the most concerning, actually, there was 2 areas for me. The center quarterback exchange. Why is that an issue?
Yeah, that was
especially
weird.
Down around the goal line. Like, I mean, Dolman didn't even get it out of his hand on the one, the old fumble Ruski, except that it never left his hand.
Yeah, the annexation of Puerto Rico was that one.
Right.
I was wondering, I was like, is it because the field was wet? Did he put like some pine tar on his hand? And so when he hiked it wouldn't release from his hand. What the fuck was going on there?
It was 2 times that it was just funky.
Yeah.
But the other thing that killed me about the Saints game is the fact that they had like 9 penalties for almost 100 yards, or 10 penalties, I think. 10 penalties for 92, I think it was. I keep on going back to the old Madden quote that I remember from when I was a kid. If you're giving up 100 penalty yards, that's the equivalent to 7 points. And man, I feel like every week we flirt with that 100 yards. If we get that cleaned up, and even if that's true half the time, and we're getting an extra 7 points a game, now instead of averaging 25 a game for offense, now we're 30.
Correct.
It's an opportunity, and I'm a little disappointed it's not cleaned up yet, and it hasn't totally come back to bite them in the ass yet, but at some point, it's going to. Look at the last couple weeks. Last week, it started reverting back, but the Commanders, they had no false starts, and the offense stayed on track. They weren't behind the chains as often. It looked a lot more fluent compared to the Saints game where they had a couple false starts, Theo. Um, and it looked completely different, and that's got to get cleaned up. The defensive penalties for the aggressiveness, I can live with those. I mean, half of the time those calls are 50-50, and
Right.
we're like the anti-Chiefs this year, I kind of feel like, where we're getting no calls and everything called against us. What the hell is that? Since when are the Bears a target for the refs? I mean, shit.
Is that sarcastic?
Yeah, something.
Oh, okay,
So,
because I'm like, wait a second, man. Like I've been feeling like for the last 15 years, it's been some sort of they have secret fucking meetings where they're like, yeah, just I want laundry on the field all fucking game for the Bears. You understand?
yeah, but now
just-
we have hope. Why you fucking us in the years that were good? Damn it.
well, because so the Ben Johnson effect, it takes some time. It takes some marinating, right?
It's spreading out to the universe right now.
Correct. So right now,
Okay.
it's still really just focused in the locker room where he's trying to change that with the guys. So to go back to your point, because I mean you're 1,000,000% correct. If they clean this shit up, if they clean up all those fucking penalties, yeah, you tack on about another 7 points to what our average is. And like you said, now we're at 30 points, a little over 30 points a game. You definitely want to be there, especially when the defense is playing as crazy as they are. You're going to win a lot of games, right?
Mhm.
Well, once he does clean it up and the Bears aren't making stupid penalties and the refs are like, damn it. I mean, I want to throw flags. My hand is on the fucking flag all game, and I can't throw it because they're not really doing anything.
It's a little
Once that
itchy
happens,
today.
once that happens for a while, and the Bears are consistently playing clean football, I think the respect is going to level out, and now the refs are going to be like, all right, you know what, we'll give you pass interference here and there for you to benefit you. We're going to be looking out for you, Bears.
So you're
But
telling me that the refs have been abused so bad by the poor play and coaching of Nagy and Eberflus that this is bleeding over into this year?
yeah,
The Flus factor?
yeah, it's like fucking bad juju, man. Like
Oh,
they need
man.
to kill a goat at the 50-yard line to get the fucking bad
Mhm.
juju vibes out of the building.
Explode a baseball or something, right? I mean,
Yeah, yes, they need to have like a soothsayer shaman come into Hallis Hall, and what do they call that? When you sage, you burn sage
Yeah.
and you fucking
Just some
cleanse the
spiritual
building.
cleansing, yeah.
Yeah, that's what the
Okay.
Bears need. It's got bad juju. I actually think it's George McCaskey. Just nobody knows
Okay.
it yet. I
All
think
right.
he's the reason that they can't get over the hump, and Ben Johnson's having to battle against that bad juju that is George McCaskey.
Hmm.
Or something, man. The Bears did something. There's a karmic retribution. I don't know what happened during the 85 season, but
Yeah.
they pissed off the football gods, and now they've punished us for so long, and I think now we're just starting to get out of it.
After 40 years, it's starting to wear off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Isn't that that's like a biblical number, 40.
Yeah.
40 days, 40 nights, or wandering in the desert for 40 years, having a
Mhm.
shitty quarterback play for 40 years.
We're starting to come out of the desert.
We're about out of it. We're about out of the desert. That's right.
Okay. Lead us to the promised land, Caleb. Lead us to the promised land, brother.
Yeah. Free my people.
Free us, Bear fans, please.
It's a Ben Johnson with a staff. Oh my God.
We will pass. and run and score.
And score, and
Ben
we'll
Johnson effect.
run the ball if we must.
Right.
Oh man. So yeah. Yeah, it's good shit. That was a great game against the Saints. I wasn't worried at all. I'm not worried about Caleb. People need to calm down out there. The Bears fans need to calm it. We're going to be just fine. There's no need to panic. We have a good test coming up this Sunday. It's a great test, actually. I like these barometers sometimes, although if we get our asses embarrassed, that's kind of like a reality check because, we're flying high right now, right? With the endorphins going through my brain, it's intoxicating. And then now we're going to play they've had a rough season, 1-5, but obviously don't let 1-5 fool you. If Lamar comes back, they're going to be substantially better than what they've been. And it's going to be a great test for us because where are we on this power ranking scale? Where are we? And the best way to find out is to play an elite team like this. They're elite coached. Again, couple-time MVP winning quarterback. They got a fucking monster at running back that it's going to have to take everybody. If they don't swarm him to tackle, he's going to break some shit loose. So they need to all populate the ball, as Dennis Allen will say, and get to him. And then we'll see at the end of 60 minutes, where exactly are the Bears? Because I tell you what, if we win this game, I'll do our next show with my shirt off. That's how out of my fucking mind. I'll sit here with no shirt on and do a whole show.
Okay.
If we win, because that's how out of my mind I'm going to be like, holy shit. Like, we're making the playoffs. We're making the playoffs if we beat the Ravens.
I agree. You have the inside track. You're at 5 wins already. The next 2 games are very winnable as well. Cincinnati, we talked about Flacco a little bit last week. Giants, yeah, their young players are playing good, but I don't know if I'm still completely scared. Not the way that our offensive line is playing. Right. If they were playing like week 1 and 2 with that defensive line, I'd be a little bit more nervous. But we have a run game.
Mm-hmm. Right.
That negates a good pass rush.
Yes,
so
sir.
We can ride that. I think the Bears are set up right, man. And after the first 2 weeks, you and I joked about it. We're like, great, we're eliminated already.
Oh, yeah.
But nope. Got back on the horse and away we go.
Well, because
the Ben Johnson effect.
That's our guy. That's turned it around, man. He was like, this is not. He even when he called the players out, I think that's a fine line, calling players out in public. You don't want to do too much of it, probably, because that's how people are going to be like, man, fuck this guy's a dick, always putting us on blast in the media. But he's been doing it a little bit here and there. When he at one of his press conferences said, the way that we're practicing is not
caliber.
Correct. It's not what championship practice looks like. So they must have stepped it up. And the same thing. Well, during the bye. Oh, I take personal offense to us not having a run game because that's what my offense is built off of. And then boom, what did they do after the bye? We just been cramming it down people's throats since the bye. 1-2 games off of it. So now he's probably back in the lab saying we got to get this run game going.
Keep it going. How are we going to use the run to set up the pass? It'll be nice that we could continue to do that. Commanders game, 46% play action. That's a path that we need to stay on. One of the things that I think that we might need to dive into a little bit is what happens to our defense every now and then. As good as they played against the Saints, as good as they were playing against the Vikings, it's like somebody flipped the switch and they disappeared. That Vikings game, 3 drives in a row, they just looked like a shell of themselves. I don't know if they're just coming out too jacked up or Vikings game, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. New scheme, first time all these guys are playing together. Okay.
Right.
But the Saints, man, it was night and day difference. Completely dominated up until the very last drive. And that drive, what started with like a minute and a half, maybe a minute and 50.
Yeah,
And
they
you're like,
got downfield quick.
even if you hold them to a field goal, still up by 17, you know they're coming out getting the ball again after the half. And the way that first half ended, were you surprised that they came out and scored again? I wasn't.
Oh, I was. Maybe I was more pissed than surprised.
Right. Okay. I'll give you that. But man,
Yeah.
they disappeared for a second. Now they got back on it. Dennis Allen must have really gotten in their ear or maybe a foot up their ass, whatever it took.
Right.
Whatever he did, it worked.
They pulled out of that tailspin.
Mm-hmm. And then continued to dominate the rest of that game. Turn it over to the offense, 4-minute offense. Done. Aggressive, fourth down call, didn't want to give it back. Not that the Saints had much hope anyway, but that's keeping your foot on their throat and choking them out. How nice is that to see a coach be so willing to do that?
Yeah.
Man, it's a beautiful thing.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was great. Especially because he was mic'd up, I think, for that game. So
Ben Johnson was, yeah.
Yeah, when you see him with his pen, he's clicking a whole bunch. He's a quirky guy.
Yeah.
I wonder how many of those pens he goes through in a game, wearing out the springs. Click, click,
Right.
click, 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 click. But yeah, like you said, but he was poised and he was like, yeah, no, we're gonna run this shit. We're gonna run it and seal the deal. And it's like, yeah, buddy, finally. Like even because of Matt Nagy, going back to old names, like his ego, he just wanted to throw the ball, didn't want to run it, didn't want to run I formation. But then, oddly enough, when he ran I formation, we actually moved the ball and got first downs and shit. But this guy's like, no, fuck it. If this is what's working, I'm gonna keep fucking. And this is what we've been asking for so long. Because Matt Nagy would do the same thing. You'd run, get some success, and then we're pass, punt. Like, whoa, we just got 12, 15 yards on the run. Why are you stopping?
What
running?
happened? Yeah.
Like you keep running it until they stop it.
What game was it where they ran it like 11 or 12 times in a row? Was that the Raiders? Where they just closed it out and they had like a huge drive where he just ran it nonstop?
I think so.
Or was it the game before?
That's a good question.
Dallas, maybe?
Dallas.
Yeah, where he just kept on cramming it down their throat.
Yeah,
man.
11 runs.
Yeah, and that was before the offensive line was playing as good as they are now.
Right. And I like how he tried to play that off because they asked him at his press conference after the game, like, hey, was that that drive with the 11 runs? And he was like, that was 11 runs? I didn't even know. I was just calling plays that were working, and it was like,
yeah,
you sneaky bastard, you knew what you were doing. He's trying to play all dumb, like, oh, I didn't know I called 11 run plays in a row. Wow.
Yeah, that was like an 18 or 19 play drive.
Yeah, almost probably chewed up almost a whole fucking quarter.
Yeah, at least half, 7, 8, 9 minutes, maybe even 10. Who knows? But let's hope we can continue to see that. I love it when we could just pound the rock down people's throats, and the 4-minute offense aspect, whether it's closing out a game, closing out a quarter, and we're running the ball in the red zone too.
Yeah.
I love the Monangai, dog pile into the end zone. I love plays like that, even though they stopped it. He scored on the next play. Yeah. But that's another one of those ref things that I think the Bears need to continue to earn, if you want to call it that. Why the hell should we have to earn anything with refs is beyond me.
Right.
But maybe that's a topic for a whole different show. I don't know. But the fact that they're still able to run it, stack boxes, goal line defenses, they got to respect it. Even if for some reason they don't feel comfortable running it, that's going to open up some easy passes. How many times do we see other teams throwing it to wide open people, wide open tight end, whatever the case may be?
Yeah.
The Bears have that in their back pocket too, because we can run the frickin' ball in the red zone.
And that changes so much to their offense because, again, he can install wrinkles on those looks out of their run formations that they've been running out of. Again, keeping defenses honest and on their toes where they're like, oh, shit, they love this outside zone. This is what they do. And then, nope, it was play action, and we hit a motherfucker downfield. So now what? Now what do you do,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would actually like to see, as we're touching on the run game, I'd actually see Caleb Williams use his legs a little bit more. That was another thing I was a little bit disappointed in.
Yes. So that was a huge topic after that game was like, hey, why didn't you
Pull
run
it down?
more? Yeah. When he had the space, they said on a few times he had the room to run. He didn't. When any other time he's never had any problems.
Right.
Do you think maybe he wanted to out yard Spencer?
Sure. Maybe that's where that comes into play. But there was a couple times where I was yelling at him like he could hear me off of the sofa. Go, run,
fucking just run.
You don't need to, throw the 100-mile-an-hour fastball 10 yards to the sideline. Pull it down and get your 7-8 yards. Let's go.
Right. And, and it's kind of one of those things, too, because, like, when you do that to a defense, dude, you stress them the fuck out. So do more of it. Take off and, like you said, get your 7-8 yards, run out of bounds. That drives defenses fucking nuts. And he was doing it a lot, like you said, early on in the season. And that even alone seemed to open up the pass game. Doing that. And so hopefully we'll see him do it more. Don't know the reasons of why he didn't do it against the Saints, but
I'm sure it's, one of those things. Oh, hang in the pocket, throw it, protect yourself. I hope they're not hedging the kid like that. I can't see them doing that, but I think it's a Caleb thing where he's like, oh, I can make this play with my arm. Dude, you got a good set of wheels. Pull it down. Let's go. Let's go 2nd and 2 instead of 2nd and 10 or 3rd and 4 instead of 3rd and 10.
Yep.
Get what you can, get down. And like you said, continue to stress that defense. 3rd and shorts puts us in worst case scenario, 4th and very short, and we're going for it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's man. But I'm sure they're going to coach him up this week. Everything's going to be fine. I'm definitely not panicking. Number one, there's just awful lot of football left too. Even if we lose against Baltimore, I'm going to, again, the barometer check. Well, we're not there yet. Our roster isn't elite like their roster, so we'll get there. But the stretch of games after that one, I'm not worried about Flacco too much. Guy's a fucking statue.
Yeah. And the Bengals offensive line's not that great. Either is their defense. So Caleb should have a little bit of time in that game. But that's a little bit further down the line here.
Do we have any stats or rankings on where Baltimore is offensively and defensively?
I didn't do that homework yet. I knew we were going to be talking about the Saints, but I'll have that for Sunday morning for sure. Okay. But I'm sure we could pull it up fairly quickly here.
Oh yeah, we're in the age of information.
Right at our fingertips. Only a few fingers away.
That's it.
Google. Yeah. Though I've noticed Google AI has been lying a lot to me lately. Fucking Google. Get your shit straight.
Fucking Google. I'm always cursing out fucking Google. Yeah. So their total offense is 22nd in total yards per game.
with some of the stinkers that Cooper Rush threw out there, I'm surprised it's that high.
Yeah, right. Well, there's some shitty football being played out there right now from other cities, but rushing, it says they're first in the league in rushing yards per game and
Took
yards
over the
per
Commanders,
rush.
huh? Okay.
Wow.
Speaking of yards per rush, I mean,
Wow.
throw out this nugget. Last week against the Saints, 3.5 yards before the running backs were getting contacted on it on per rush on average.
No shit.
Yeah. So almost 4 yards down the field,
And nobody's even
linebacker
touched
level.
them yet.
Yeah, nobody's touched them. And then another 3 yards after contact.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I hope that this Swift is here to stay, where he can run through a few more of these ankle tackles and break these arm tackles, because I like it.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my biggest knock on Swift going into it this year. And maybe it's just because the kid's going off right now, and I don't get as pissed when he gets brought down by his single hand
Right.
because he's still running for $125 or whatever.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I was thinking that too at some point during the season. Where was this Swift the first 2 weeks? Where was this guy?
for the last year, yeah.
Yeah. Let me see.
I think he's got the groin injury. I saw that he was limited practice, but this is following the same thing as last week. And while watching it and watching him last week, I didn't see any type of a limp or any sign of him being hurt. So I'm not worried about him not being able to go. The worst thing that I think could happen would be that he gets nicked up a little bit more, where it might cost him a week or two.
Mm-hmm.
But with Monangai starting to emerge, I think if that were to happen, we're not going to be in quite the position that we would have been 2 weeks ago. Because he could be, I think Monangai can carry the load for a week or two if he has to.
Right.
Might limit some of our explosive plays because Swift is by far our most deadly player right now. I mean, whenever he touches it, whether it's in the run game or the pass game, he's got the potential and he's shown it.
Yep.
So we lose a little bit of that, but we wouldn't be totally screwed like maybe we would have thought we were 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, that is nice to have that, right? I think maybe I haven't taken a second to think that because I'm inside the Bears bubble, but we have a running back that is absolutely deadly outside of the backfield in the pass game.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. He could fucking he could make it a house call. And that is amazing to have. Look at this. Listen to this. Oh my God. This can't be right, can it? The Baltimore Ravens defense is currently ranked in total defense 32nd in the league.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Since when? Or has that ever been the case?
Yeah,
Roquan's been out for the last few weeks.
Yeah. And Roquan's looking to make a comeback this game as well, which could this be a Roquan revenge game? Yeah. Because they didn't want to pay him. Well, it's not entirely Poles' fault, right? Negotiations were rough because Jackass didn't have an agent.
Yeah.
Saint Omni.
And again, we talked about it before. The front office didn't exactly have their shit together at that point, or have a vision of what this team's going to do, or provided a culture in which players can grow and succeed, or have proper coaching, or be able to sign decent contracts because the team's winning, or you know, we could keep going,
etc. Yes. And when I say Jackass, I say that with all love and respect. I liked Roquan. The dude was a great fucking linebacker, smart, sideline to sideline, great tackler. He not too bad in coverage either. He's had interceptions. I felt that he got gypped once or twice from a Pro Bowl.
Mhm.
But
That
but
was the Bears effect, that, the organizational effect, I think, more than anything.
yeah, absolutely.
They
I
weren't
mean,
winning games.
and rightfully so. That right there. So you
Mhm.
beat me to it. That right there. If you're not winning games, yeah, you're probably not making the Pro Bowl because you just don't get the admiration and the love that other players get on winning teams. So
Right. You get the token 1 or 2, you know, thanks for being part of the NFL
thanks for
nominations, like
playing.
your punter goes or your kick returner or something.
Yeah. Yeah. But okay, so that's 32nd in total defense yards. But I like looking at points scored over
It
yards.
seems like their defense, from some of the film that I've been watching, it seems like they're willing to give up the deep ball. So that could be a recipe for success to get Caleb back on track. Reignite that Williams and Frome and Dunze connection there. So we'll see. If they're giving up big plays that way too, let's get some tight end play in here. I don't remember seeing what Komet's status was. I know he was dealing with the back. Did
I bet
he?
herniated. He herniated a disc,
Oh,
is what
damn.
I saw
Okay.
on Twitter. But so I don't know how. So the Ravens are actually 17th in scoring, averaging 26.3 points per game.
Okay. 20. Really? And I know one of those games they had 3 points against the Rams. Huh. So they had to have a couple decent games in there.
What? The Bears? What? Hold on to your pants, boys. But in points per game right now, the Bears are ranked 10th in points per game at 25.3 points per game.
So they went up a tenth of a point, huh? Yeah, still
Wow.
top third of the league. That's where they were last week. So they pretty much scored on average. The Ben Johnson effect. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Soon at a merch store near you,
Mm-hmm.
the Ben Johnson effect, everything Bears tumbler.
Right. T-shirts, hats, maybe like getting his eyes on some sunglasses so you could just mean mug the whole game with his eyes. That'd
Oh
be great.
man. Oh my god, like a Halloween mask, a Ben Johnson Halloween mask where he's just
I have a Bears mask that like those fan masks.
oh yeah,
Maybe for a Halloween show, I'll bust it out. I don't know if I could
nice.
talk in that thing for an hour though.
No, you'll have to
Uh,
pull.
yeah, I'll have to.
Just just at the beginning before we do the
Okay,
intro, where just for that. But by the
all
time the
right.
intro's done playing, you'll have it off or up on top of your head or something.
I'll have to pull it off of my office wall. It's my moniker in my work office to make sure that everybody knows where my allegiance lie.
Oof, and behind enemy lines too, huh?
That's true. That's true. I
Hmm.
mean, my office isn't frontward facing, but it's where all the big wigs come through.
Oh man. So all right. So the number 10th ranked offense in the Bears going up against the 32nd ranked
32nd rank.
defense
Mhm.
in in total yards allowed. Where's our defense ranked?
So, do you think if the Bears score their average, they score 25 points, you think they're winning this game?
Ooh. Ooh. That's a good question. Wow. Because I don't know how potent is that Ravens offense going to look with Lamar back in there, right?
Yeah.
That's can we score 26 points and still beat them? The Bears ranking on defense and total defense is
So I think in this game, I think they're going to need a few more points. I think 28-30. I think it's going to be what it takes with Lamar coming back. I think he will give them a little bit of a boost. Outside of Derrick Henry, they have a couple good tight ends. You have Flowers and the wide receiving core. Is there enough there? Their offensive line is decent, pretty good. I mean, obviously, they're probably better in the run game than the passing game. Granted, Derrick Henry helps you a lot there because he can break a few tackles.
Yep.
I mean, if 25 is enough, it might be another 25-24 win, if that's what it comes down to.
Right. Yeah.
But
you're right. If we do score 25 points, it's going to be a tight one.
Yeah, I think so.
I tell you what, too. Do you remember what your prediction was for the Saints game? You were fucking this close.
27-17, I think.
Yeah.
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 I also called the coin toss. I knew it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You called that, too. You said, if you were the one deciding, if you won the coin toss, you're fucking receiving.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, they didn't score, but that would have made it the ultimate for me. You know, I could have been an old feather in the old cap for me, but
did they actually three and out,
I think. Yeah, and they looked awful doing it. I think that was the first there was a bad center QB exchange there that doomed it. I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for making me look like a complete ass.
Yeah.
Thankfully they won the game.
So again, there's these little glimpses of so doing that, you win the coin toss, you're like, we're going to take the ball first because we want to score. Let's punch them in the mouth right away, and then we'll keep our boot on their neck. And it doesn't happen. You go 3 and out, you give them the fucking ball, and it's like, oh. That, and then with the penalties and the mistakes, the center quarterback exchange fucking up, and all those little errors and mistakes, we still come out with a win.
Yeah, still controlled it. I think at one point the Saints had 4 first downs, 3 of them via penalty on the Bears in that first half there.
Yeah.
So that tells you just how dominant that defense was. The only way that they were moving the ball was by the Bears just kicking their ass and getting called for it.
Yeah. Fucking A, man.
But like I said, I'll take those penalties. They hurt a little bit more if they equal first downs, but I think the Saints were shell-shocked for most of that first half, and they finally got off the ropes a little bit by scoring that late touchdown, and it gave them a little bit of juice, and they came out, after eating their orange slices and drinking their Kool-Aid, and they were ready to go again, and then they're like, yeah, we got this, and then bam, they just kept on getting punched in the mouth, and they're like, let's go home.
We're getting punched in the mouth again.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
Again, and it's always like it's the old tried and true formula, too, right? It's just good old Bears football, dominating defense that causes turnovers, and then pound you in the ass run game. Mm-hmm. We're just going to keep running it down your throat, and please don't anybody clip what I just said. Oh God. But yeah, so just your typical Bears football, not a whole lot. We didn't overwhelm anybody with this razzle dazzle trick plays or Caleb throwing for 350 yards and multiple touchdowns. Nope, it was a good old-fashioned Bears football.
Mhm.
Again, dominating defense, turnovers, and a heavy run game. Like, just good old Bears football.
Yeah. The recipe to success. I mean, the recipe from the 80s, the 90s,
The early
2000s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
And it might be the formula and keys to the game to beat Baltimore,
Mhm.
actually.
But to hear our keys of the game, you'll have to tune in Sunday morning.
That's right. You got to tune in Sunday morning. We go live before everybody else's
Mhm.
pregame shows. See, we try to, the early bird gets the worm. If we don't have meat on the smoker or something in the oven or something going on, that's why we're up early and we're getting shit done. But yeah,
That's right.
definitely.
That brisket turned out amazing, by the way. It was delicious.
Oh God, yeah, the pictures. I was like, oh my, look at this. This looks
Mhm.
like at a show, like at a competition. There just be a blue ribbon on this slab of meat. Yeah, it looked
Mhm.
very good, man. I wish we lived closer to each other.
Yeah, that, you know what? That would be nice.
Mm-hmm.
We would be enjoying some good eats quite often. Man, how would we be sitting next to each other for the game? That'd almost feel weird. Like my phone would be pretty silent.
I'd be quiet. Yeah.
I have to silence my phone during the games, or else I drive my significant other nuts with the dings, dings, dings.
And I don't know how rambunctious you get. Everybody in my house goes to their rooms. Like there's nobody in the kitchen floating around. Nobody's watching the game with me because I am screaming and that's fucking bullshit. That, or yelling at Caleb or fucking throw it. Or all kinds of shit. I'm yelling at the refs, and I'm loud. So I don't know if you enjoy that kind of company.
Sure, why
Would
not?
you be right there?
Of
Are you
course.
quiet or are you stoically watching the game?
Because of the situation that I'm in, yeah, I'm a little, I wouldn't say stoic, but I avoid the rambunctious outbursts. One,
Okay.
my dog shakes constantly anyway,
Oh.
and during the game, he probably thinks that I hate him for most of the game because I'm yelling. But
He's like, I didn't do anything.
no, I'm just sitting here, man. Yeah, okay, come on up. But yeah, hey, I haven't watched the game with some buddies in a long time. I kind of
Mhm.
miss that a little bit. My good buddy, God rest his soul, he passed away a few years ago. My old fishing buddy and somebody I played ball with, and I miss that. I miss that camaraderie of just being pissed off. I mean, he rooted for another team, so
Oh.
we'd kind of go at it, especially when those two divisional teams played against each other.
Okay.
It
Good.
was very spirited, and I like talking a little bit of shit with the best of them. And
Absolutely.
God bless America. The year that I feel like I could talk a little bit more shit than normal. Like I said, God rest his soul. But
yeah, I definitely I miss that as well. So it's
Mhm.
just me on the couch alone.
Yeah. But yeah,
And I
people usually
probably
clear out. I have headphones.
I probably shouldn't yell. I've got a puppy, and so I'm probably hardwiring her to be like, "Fuck yeah, fuck yeah! What are we yelling at? Fucking fuck!"
It's Sunday. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm still looking for a Caleb Williams jersey for my dog. I haven't seen him
nice.
yet. Yeah. He's got a jersey for another team, my AFC team, that he's had for a few years, but no, he needs his Bears jersey, and I'm just waiting for it to come out so that I could get him one.
Oh, so Chiefs jersey?
Yeah, he's got a Mahomes jersey. He's my homie. So
My homies. All right.
yeah. But yeah, he needs to change those colors up a little bit. We need a Bears jersey. So Caleb is I'm waiting for that jersey. We got to rep the hometown quarterback here. It's hard to find anything. You could customize ones, but I don't want to go through all that. Just give me the Caleb Williams one, man. His dog wears one, so my dog should too.
You guys, 30 of yous in the chat. Y'all feast your eyes on this number. Here's the puppers that I'm hardwiring. Good old German Shepherd. That's Luna, folks. That is Luna. And she's a fucking psycho. And I'm sure I'm not helping things.
No.
No.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to send you pictures of my dog for next show.
Yeah.
I got a Chihuahua Terrier mix, man. That dog looks crazy. Huge eyeballs. Yeah.
I mean, do you have any on your Facebook? Because I could draw it off of that.
Man, good question. Maybe. I don't know, man. I know it's social media. Hey, if any of you guys out there have a Twitter or X for Dummies, send it my way, man. I'm so bad on that. Terrible. I could program your VCR, but throwing out a tweet or whatever right now, I haven't really felt this old until I started getting on Twitter.
So yeah, it takes some getting used to. I was definitely at first struggling with it, and I still don't have it all figured out. I do my best. Mm-hmm. I hang in there. It kind of really just boils down to, in the little search tab, start looking up people you want to follow. You know, Dan Wiederer or football players too. I follow. Who do I follow? Kyler Gordon. Okay. I think I started following Kevin Byard. Jaquan Brisker.
You follow any like old? I don't want to call them old timers, but like Brian Urlacher, Briggs. You follow
No, but
I think those
groups I follow. Yeah, but that's good. Those are all good suggestions I haven't gotten to yet.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and then try to follow some news outlets, because then that way when you go into the app and it's your news feed, I mean, all these guys, they're posting constantly. I'm like, don't you motherfuckers sleep?
But they have people do that shit for them, man. That's what I need.
Yeah. An assistant to do all your.
Yeah, I need a social media coordinator. If there's any volunteers, let me know. I'll be more than happy to turn my page over to you. Go nuts. I don't care how you make me look. Can't be any worse than what I really am.
But what's really great about Twitter is like you get all the news like in real time. I mean, as it's happening, you get it. And so it's like, wow. Facebook, it's Facebook's too slow. I don't even go on Facebook anymore, because this is a information age and it just comes shooting at you, and Facebook's really slow paced. And
yeah, we're an instant gratification society now.
Yeah, so I need it fucking now. I want to know what the Bears are doing right now. They're on lunch break? Okay, that's good to know.
How many Uncrustables did they eat today?
Yeah,
that's what I want to know.
That's a Cole Kmet thing.
Yeah,
Uncrustables.
I forgot, somebody on Hard Knocks, like there was a team that averaged like 130 Uncrustables a day. That's a ton of those things.
Yeah, they eat the peanut butter and honey ones.
Oh, okay. News to me. I didn't even know they had those. I thought they just had strawberry and grape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cole Kmet. So last season, which is odd because, so there's a channel I follow. They're good guys. CHGO, super good on YouTube. They have daily shows and they have press passes, and these guys have been journalists following the Bears for fucking 20 years. Anywho, they started a podcast with Cole Kmet called like the 85. And so every week Cole Kmet had the show on there with them guys, but of course Eberflus was the coach, and it was a whole brand. I mean, they branded the show, everything, but
speaking of
Twitter, when this guy came in the building, he's like, yeah, that fucking podcast, you could fucking forget it, Cole.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, Anybody out there in the chat want to fess up if you guys are related to anybody in the Wiener Circle? Because
Ooh.
my co-host over here got followed by the Wiener Circle this week, and is it coincidence that we talked about him last week? I don't know. So that's what we're trying to figure out, guys. So
Oh yeah, so that's right. Very good question. Yeah. So there's 30 of you here watching. If any of you would like to comment in the comments, please. Did you guys happen to catch our last show? And right, are you related to or work at or know somebody at the Wiener Circle? Because yeah, they followed me randomly yesterday or the day before, which I'm honored. Keep following us. I followed you guys back after it, but yeah, if there's anybody wants to, we'll put a little logo, a little Wiener Circle logo on our screen as advertising. We let's talk. Your people call my people, and we'll
right.
work this out. But the Wiener Circle, man, you guys are amazing. That's great.
Yeah, I just gotta know. Inquiring minds need to know. So if you did, thank you. But just let us know so we could throw you a little bit of love too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll be pumping the Wiener Circle, and then when I'm in town, I will absolutely stop and stuff my face full of your food.
Yeah, I'd be more than happy to show up. Chicago is only a couple hours away. I still got family there, and I'll be more than happy to stuff my face and take a few pictures and pump it up too. Hey, whatever it takes, man.
But absolutely, see right here, there's the proof's in the pudding. The Wiener Circles follows me. I love you guys, man. Thank you so much for following me. You have no idea how cool that is.
Man, that picture of that hot dog really is making me hungry. I have this just knockoff Chicago beef joint. So here comes the food turn, our obligatory food turn for the show.
Yeah, you can't get out of one of our shows without not talking about food, man. Come on,
Right.
let's get it. What do you
So
got?
I have this place that is claiming that they're a Chicago beef place where I'm at, and like I said, I'm 2.5 hours outside of Chicago, and these guys supposedly are from Chicago, and I believe it when I go into their establishment. Ton of bear stuff, so instantly I'm interested. So I decided I've ordered from there when they first opened. It wasn't that great. I'm like, okay, maybe it's just opening jitters. But I ordered a beef from there. Probably the second time I was there, and they put nacho cheese and American cheese on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What? Like, is that a Southside thing?
So, okay. I'm glad you said that. So, in 2014, I was working at the railroads in Joliet.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but I actually lived in Elwood. Well, my cousin, Lisa, she lived in Wilmington. Okay.
Yeah.
And we'd had get-togethers and things like that. Well, there's a beef joint out by her in Wilmington, and we had a get-together, and I had just moved back home. Got the job, found a place to live, it was all perfect timing, everything the way it worked out. So anyways, very first get-together, I haven't even had a beef yet since being back home. We have the get together and I'm dying. We're over at Lisa's house and I'm like, dude, I'm itching. I need a beef like
Right.
now. And
Come on, give it to me.
My Aunt Kathy and Lisa and everybody's, and I want to say it was called Al's in Wilmington there. Oh, there's a place right around the corner. It's right up there, Main Street right there. And okay, boom, I get in my car. I go right to the drive-through. Yep, give me big beef, wet, cheese, the whole thing. Hot. So I want Jardinier on it. Boom. I drive it back to Lisa's. I sit down and I start unrolling it. And what you just said, nacho fucking cheese. And I go, the fuck is, I was so fucking mad.
Yeah. Now that's a cheesesteak.
Yeah.
Practically at that point.
Yeah. So when I asked for cheese, this is what they fucking thought. They didn't think provolone or mozzarella.
Some shredded mozz. Yeah.
Yeah. They put so back to your thing. It's got to be a Southside thing because I was I was in
I was
Joliet.
floored. But unfortunately, this beef joint, like their beef was shitty. And I won't say them by name, but it's terrible. Like they overcooked the hell out of it. Like the meat
All the meat was dry.
was, yeah, you know how it gets wrinkly if you
Yeah.
put your
You
beef in the
can't
au
leave it.
jus and the au
You
jus is
can't
too
leave it
hot.
in the. Yeah, you can't leave it
Yeah,
in there for too
it
long.
gets wrinkly. Ugh. It was dried out. And here's the other thing. I ordered a Chicago hot dog. First of all, this hot dog cost me $9, which
Oh
if it's a good dog, I'm okay paying that. This was not a $9 hot dog.
no.
So this hot dog was, I think it was done on maybe a Blackstone or something because the ends looked slightly grilled.
Okay.
And then relish was wrong. The bun was stale. It was at least a
Oh,
poppy seed bun.
it was okay.
But
Poppy seed.
on top of it, I had my sport peppers, my pickle, and then the mustard was on top of the sport peppers and the pickle.
Mm.
Why? I want my mustard touching my hot dog.
On the hot
Okay.
dog.
I
Yeah.
don't want it on my condiments, especially the pickle, because I like eating the pickle on the side. I mean, just $9 of disappointment.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole meal
$9.
cost me $18 for beef and a
Oof.
dog, and I was pissed. I'm like, this, like, I'm about ready to hop in my car, drive an hour and a half, and settle for some Portillo's just to get a good beef.
Yeah. Well, I could say that the Al's that was down there in Wilmington when I went back there with the beef intact still, because I didn't even try to eat it. I just got right back in the car, drove back up there. They fixed it. They made it right.
No shit. Okay.
They were like, "Oh, you didn't want the nacho cheese. You wanted like mozzarella or provolone." Like, yeah. So no problem. They took it back, made me the fresh one, probably spat in it, and then we're like, "Here you go." And then I took it back to my
it
cousins.
still tasted great. Yeah.
It was great. It was a very good beef. Yeah, man, it totally scratched the itch. It was great. But yeah, it's got to be a South Side thing. Nobody's commenting. There's now 32 of yous in here. None of yous are from the South Side. Can you help us settle this
Yeah.
one too?
Help
'Cause, like,
us
isn't
North
that-
Siders out because we
'cause
grew up
isn't-
no cheese in the beefs, no nacho cheese.
Isn't that crazy too? Like, so we're born and raised in Chicago, Northwest Side,
Mhm.
or pretty much our whole from birth till I don't know. I think I left about when I was 20-ish. Never ventured. Maybe some. Okay, there was a couple times I did go to a house party in Calumet, but in terms of like South Side, the numbered streets, the Wild
Yeah.
Hundreds, never hung out there. Never hung out in really any. I would go way past the city. I'd be like Tinley Park,
Mhm.
Orland Park. Like I'd go
Where
South
you
Side
in the
there.
burbs. Yeah.
yeah. But in the
But
city,
well,
South Side,
the South Side, there's certain neighborhoods you could go to. There's certain neighborhoods there's no way in hell you would go to.
Mhm.
I remember going down to the South Side with my dad. I mean, obviously, he knew the city like the back of his hand. And we would hit up a couple good food joints down there. And I remember this place called La Milanese down on the South Side that had the best breaded steak sandwich. You think Rick Benny's is good? This place, you knew it was good because when you pulled up to this joint, there was a bunch of city worker trucks out there, garbage trucks, streets and sands.
Mhm.
So you knew it was good. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, I think the old man ended up giving it to his kids, and his kids didn't want to continue to run it. But
Oh no.
I'm craving a breaded steak sandwich right now. Like, I want to
So-
open up a beef, hot dog, and breaded steak sandwich up here because I think I can make my millions. I just don't have the capital to get it going.
So
So-
I've been saying that too. So where I live, the undisclosed location where I live, I'm like, if I had the startup capital to open like a Portillo's, I'm rich. I'm fucking rich. Because I tell you what, when I was down in Florida, they opened up a Portillo's in a suburb just outside Tampa called Brandon. They
Mhm.
opened up a Portillo's, dude. This place is fucking mobbed from open till close. It's fucking mobbed. And I'm like, yo. So it would be the same where I'm at now. It's just, I don't know. I bet you it's got to be $350,000 to
Yeah.
open one. I'm sure.
Maybe I'm thinking too big. Maybe I need to go food truck first, and
So,
then
oh,
and
yep.
then go storefront.
So I've thought that too. Just I'm not even talking like an actual food truck. I'll do a cart,
Right.
with the fucking Vienna umbrella on top of it,
Umbrella. Yeah. Just two
and
dogs.
I'll do I'll do dogs and beefs.
Okay.
I'll do both of them, dogs and beefs. That's it. And I'll set up somewhere and just dogs slanging, dogs and beefs all fucking day, the right way. But
Maybe if you got the steamer for the dogs, maybe you can have a little steamer for the tamales. That's a Chicago thing
ooh,
too. Some
yeah, the
steamed
tamales
tamales in there.
wrapped in paper.
Yeah.
Those ones, yeah, buddy.
Hmm.
Throw them fuckers in some chili. I love that. I love that shit. Hey, let me ask you too. So back in the old neighborhood, when you guys ordered pizza, where did you guys order pizza from?
Super Rosas, man.
Super Rosas.
Up by
Well, yeah.
Portage Park there. Yep. Right
Okay.
by where I went to high school.
So
They were right down the street. Hmm.
have you ever tried we did do Super Rosas before, but ours that we always did was Mama Luna's.
Okay. Yep.
Down Addison past no, before Austin. It might be before Austin or just past Austin, somewhere up in there. Mama Luna's. Yeah, we were eat that shit. Mama Luna's was great. I bet they're not even around anymore.
There's a couple new places down there. There's like a Chicago pizza down there that I think is down Irving.
Uh-huh.
Kind of where, boy, probably what was the name of that hot dog joint that was down on Irving? I don't know, but there was a couple different pizza places. La Villa, we started ordering from late when some of those other places closed because Super Rosa's closed, which was a shame. I don't know why or how they closed. I mean, they were excellent. And there was another place up on Austin. I could picture the pizza box, but I don't remember what it was. It was like a blue pizza box with white writing, but it's been too long, man.
Off Austin. Austin and
Yeah.
where?
I would say roughly Austin and Addison, Belmont, maybe somewhere in there.
Okay. So
Yeah.
that's by my high school that I went to.
Yeah, kind of over there. Yeah.
Austin and Belmont. Yeah, good old St. Pat's.
Yeah.
St. Pat's. You know what? Let's go back memory lane. Maybe I didn't express this when we were kids. I don't know if I was a good communicator or not. Do you know I fucking begged my parents so bad because I wanted to go to Luther North. So fucking bad. So that we could play football together.
Oh, we talked about it. Yeah, for sure,
we?
man. Oh yeah. But
so bad.
My
No,
high school's no longer there, man. That's gone.
Either
They
is
closed.
Pat's. I heard Pat's is done too.
Really? That
Mhm.
shocks me because if there was like one high school, one parochial high school to survive, I would have said Pat's.
Yeah, I
don't know, man, because I thought I saw John Gruden get something from St. Pat's within the last year.
Really? Because my
Yeah.
uncle Hill, his son, my cousin Nate, graduated from St. Pat's, and my uncle told me that was their last year or something. Let me
Really?
Google that. Yeah, because
Interesting.
I was like kind of sad. No, my dad was so his reason for me not having an option to not go to Pat's was because I was getting an athletic scholarship there.
Yeah, okay.
So probably Luther North has no idea who I was. So they're not breaking me
Nor
off
do
any
they have
tuition.
scholarships.
Oh, they didn't?
No. The only scholarships you got there were academic and probably some like church affiliation one where they give you a little bit of tuition break. But
yeah,
the good
my
old days, the
God.
old neighborhood, man.
Is this what my
Jeez.
dad was paying to send me here?
I know my high school was ridiculous. Like, thank you, mom and dad, for sending me to private school. The
Dude.
education obviously is paying off because, talking about the Bears now.
So it doesn't say anything about it being closed, actually.
Yeah, I
So
was
they
pretty
must-
sure that they were still rock and rolling. My
They
dad
must
was
have-
alumni at Pat's too.
Stop it. Your dad was alumni
Yeah.
at Pat's? I did
Yeah.
not know that.
Yeah.
Oh no
He was
shit, that's cool as hell.
mhm,
Wow.
yeah,
But look at this, dude. Tuition. Tuition at Pat's right now.
20
14
grand. Okay,
$14,200.
yeah, for a
Holy
high school, dude.
holy shit. I
Kids
wonder what
ain't
it was
cheap.
back in my day. 5
Yeah,
grand? 8
I
grand?
bet you it
10
was
grand?
6 or 7. I think that's what my high school was probably around 5 or 6 a year. I
And
mean,
then
my kid went to public high school where we're at. There was only one parochial high school in town, and it was a Catholic high school. So
yeah.
he ended up going to, public high school. There's only two of them in where I live. So one on the north, one on the west. And he was in an even smaller one, before he decided to go there.
Damn.
Yeah. So I got off the hook for that one. I would have sent him to private school. I mean, I'm paying for his college right now. Knock on wood or glass or whatever you have by only another year and a half left, and that bill's gonna be done.
Woo.
Yeah,
Yeah.
can't wait.
Yeah, huh? That's gonna free up some things.
Mhm. Maybe we should, get this thing back on the rails here.
Well,
we
somehow,
tangented pretty good.
since we started talking about food in high schools, our viewership has gone up exponentially. We're
All
at
the local
35.
alums.
Yeah, we're at 35 right now. Yeah, if anybody's went to high school in Chicago, tell us where you're from. Tell us where you went. What class were you in? It's funny too, because the guy I watch, Adam Johns, in his background, he's got like shelves and books and things up there. He's got a Notre Dame helmet up there, but not the college Notre Dame. He's
The
got
high school.
yeah. And I was like, did this motherfucker go to Notre Dame? He did bust my balls because one time I asked him a question that he put up on his show, and he answered my question on the show. And he kind of was throwing shade. He was pretty salty because I was questioning the Ozzie Trapillo at left tackle thing. And I was like, you really think that this is the answer? And his reply to me was, yeah, they wouldn't have drafted him as high as they did if he wasn't going to be the answer. But that didn't age well.
No, sure didn't.
So I texted him, sent him a message and said, hey, I appreciate you taking my question and answering it and blah, blah, blah. And, time will tell if Trapillo works out at left tackle and blah, blah, blah. But I told him, I said, I'm class of 96, St. Pat's. And then he busted my chops a little bit and said, oh yeah, you're welcome and blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching the show and stuff. Even if you are a Pats guy.
Yeah. And those rivalries in the city ran deep.
Yeah, big time. Too bad
I remember
on the receiving end of Joliet Catholic. Fuck.
Yeah.
Or not Notre Dame. We fared well against Notre Dame, but Joliet Catholic was a fucking powerhouse year after year.
Yeah. The Mike Alstott days back in the
yeah.
Mount Carmel back in the day with Donovan McNabb.
McNabb at Mount Carmel. Yeah.
I remember talking to some of my buddies. We were talking about going to go watch them play because there was a lot of hype about that team that year. And
so there was. He was a senior when I was a freshman, and we had to go watch the varsity game, and we had to go to that one, and he fucking punished. Punished the Shamrocks of St. Pat. This motherfucker. I was like, that's a grown ass man out there. Like, thank God. Like as a freshman, I ran varsity track because I will proudly told myself I was probably the fastest white kid in all of Chicago at one point in history. So I ran varsity track, but I was worried that they were going to put me in varsity football. And I'm like, don't you fucking dare put me in varsity football. I was skinny and lanky.
Yeah.
And can you imagine me? Because I playing free safety, having to tackle Mike Alstott. I'd be dead right now. Or in a wheelchair. Yeah. I'd be in a wheelchair. Like, yeah. What happened to you, Ezra? Mike Alstott. Mike Alstott ruined my whole entire life.
I wake up in a cold sweat looking at number 40.
Fucking A. But yeah, Joliet Catholic's always good. And then Donovan McNabb at Carmel. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Chicago produces some talent.
Yeah, I mean, not maybe to the extent as, the warm weather states, Florida and
Florida.
and
I don't know what they put something in the water down there.
yeah,
for their
California, Texas.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not quite as big as those states, but yeah, there's some
basketball. We pumped out some basketball people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, then too, where did Antoine Randall El go? Because he's from Chicago. Where did he go to school?
I don't remember where he went to high school. That's a good question. Magical Google.
I'm doing it right now.
Yeah. What does the magical Google 8-ball say? Where did Antoine Randall El go to high school? Watch it be something we never heard of.
It is something I never heard of.
Yeah. Just goes to show you, kids, it doesn't matter where you go. If you're good, they'll find you.
Thornton Township?
Nah, got to be a burb.
Yeah, way out burb. Riverdale, Illinois? Riverdale?
Not off the top of my head. Not anymore.
Riverdale. Now I've got to go to Google Maps because where the hell is Riverdale?
Yeah. Anybody commenting where you guys went to school?
No, nobody's letting us know. Okay. Be fine. Be quiet then.
Yeah,
be quiet.
Fine. We'll carry this show. Don't worry. Jeez. It's got to be maybe western suburbs, if I had to guess.
Yeah, like far probably. Because I don't.
There's not a whole lot north between us and the border. Nothing east.
Oh, it's way west.
Yeah, it's got to be. It's either south or west.
It's damn near. It's at the border of fucking Iowa. So that's hardly Chicago.
No, like what?
See, that's the shit that they like to do.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Chicago. Oh, sweet. Where are you from?
What Logan side Square? Of the city?
Yeah. Riverdale. Where?
Oh yeah, it's right by St. Louis. What?
Yeah. Yeah. That's like saying if you're from Rockford. Oh, I'm from Chicago. Oh yeah, I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Where? Rockford. That's not Chicago. I've even busted people's balls, like meeting out of towners from my travels out of state. And like, oh shit, you're from Chicago. Oh, sweet. Where are you from? And I heard Wheeling. I'm like, yeah, that's Wheeling.
No,
that's
Westmont.
Not Chicago.
Yeah, come on. Naperville, Bolingbrook. No.
Yeah, come on. Don't do that. Let's not do this.
The only there's two proper ways to answer that question. You either say what side of the city you're from, north side, west side, south side, east side, or you answer with the neighborhood. I'm from Jefferson Park area.
Right.
Oh, where's that? It's over by Logan Square. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So now we're from Old Irving is the neighborhood that we grew up in. It got changed.
Really?
So, yeah.
Old Irving?
Yeah. So we're on the border of that. So it crept down Milwaukee from Schurz. And then as they kept beautifying the neighborhood and buying out the places like the lumber yard and putting up the houses, Old Irving started creeping our way. So it's right there at the end of the street that we grew up on. There's the Old Irving sign right there, right where the corner of the lumber yard was off of Milwaukee there.
Yeah.
But Jefferson Park is just straight up Milwaukee, though.
What was that street called right next to the train tracks?
Kenton.
That's Kenton.
Yeah.
Kilpatrick was Serban's side of the street.
Right. Yep.
Okay.
By the mailbox we used to hang out at. Yeah. The old neighborhood. Warwick.
So I heard you say just a second ago, because I want to clear this up too. All right, so I'm down in Tampa. I'm with my brother. Shout out to my brother if you're watching. And maybe he'll remember. Text something, damn it, if you're watching. But anywho, we're in Tampa and we go to this place, Mel's Hot Dogs. Because in Tampa, there was a couple little dive little spots. that were Chicago based. So Mel's Hot Dogs, Chicago place. We go in there, and when you're out of state and you see a Chicago restaurant, you immediately go in there and you're like, "Hey, I'm home, baby. Who's from Chicago in here? Where's the owner? Where are you from?" You start shooting the shit. So, anyways, my brother gets to talking to Mel, who owns the place, and he asked my brother, "Hey, what side of the city you on?" And for Henry, because he is older than me, he grew up by North Avenue in Ashland first before I was born. And he tells him, "Oh, on the east side." And Mel says, "There is no east side." And my brother's like, "Yeah, the fuck there is."
It's
and the
by
guy's
the
like,
lake.
"No, it's not." And then I'm saying as well, like, yeah, how could there not be an east side? Well, because the lake. Okay. And that whole area that's by the lake is the east side of the fucking city. There's an east side, no? Or is there not an east side to Chicago?
It's not a whole lot of people reference it as the east side most of the time. I mean, we grew up on the northwest side. There is a
It's easy
northeast
for
side,
us.
right? West side is outside there. South side, southwest sides. You don't hear a whole lot of people reference east side,
Say
usually
east.
because some of those neighborhoods down there are maybe the little bit more hoity-toity areas like Wrigleyville and
Right.
Riverside and
Riverside. Right.
yeah,
Because that's the
Gold
other name.
Coast. Yeah.
Henry would say that too, Riverside.
I mean, that was downtown. That technically, yeah, that's the east side because you're downtown, you're by the lake. But most of the time, people on the east side just call out their neighborhood at that point. I mean, there was a lot of upscale areas in there, Gold Coast being one of the big ones growing up. Like, those were the type of people that if they didn't recognize you, they called the police on you. Yeah, no matter
Yeah.
what.
Oh yeah, sure enough. Wow, we were that fucking close. So I just Google mapped North Avenue in Ashland.
Mm,
That is right there by the fucking lake.
yeah,
I had
yeah.
no idea we were that close.
But that's usually what I hear people when they start talking about neighborhoods over there. They want you to know exactly what neighborhood you're from.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, because when you live in the city, that shit matters.
Well,
There's
especially down there. Yeah.
there's different ecosystems within that
Yeah.
within the Cook County. Well, Cook County's huge. It's we're talking suburbs even are still in Cook County.
Right.
But city limits. It's that whole inside the city. Growing up in Chicago, I had no idea what kind of bubble we were growing up in because when I moved, let's just say like to the south, the country, how different it is.
Yeah.
And when I moved and lived in the south, I was like, man, this is fucking different. Like it's shit's slower, like a lot slower. My direct, efficient talking offends people. Like they're
Yeah.
seriously sensitive by just like getting to the point. Like we're not because the South loves to bullshit. Like before you actually so you show up at a job site. This is more specifically, just show up at a job site. I've got my tools. I'm ready to fucking go. Let's get this done so I get the fuck home. Well, no, the foreman there and the other workers there. So yeah, man, took the kids fishing over the weekend, and I'm sitting there like, would you just shut the fuck up? Can we start working?
Yeah.
Like
Sooner we start, sooner we're done.
yeah, I didn't come here to sit and bullshit, man. I got a fucking life to live, But I didn't realize that the South is kind of like, hey, no, take it easy, pump the
There's plenty
brakes.
of time in the day. Yeah.
Absolutely. Smell the roses, take it easy, And I'm like, I don't know, I need to get used to this. And then also too the just the culture of Southern living is again so vastly different because we grew up in a melting pot, right? The old melting pot thing gets thrown around so much, but there were so many of us. There were so many different cultures and races, and like when you grow up in that shit, you ain't even You're not even thinking about it. You're just like, oh
Right.
shit, you live down the street. Well, we play basketball in the alley every day after school. You want to come do some pickup games and blah blah blah, and you do all that. You're not like out in the country, like nobody's really intermingling like that.
Mhm.
Everybody kind of segregates and keeps to themselves, and it's like, wait, what the hell's going on out here? What the hell's
Yeah.
going on down here? But yeah,
So I
and
went
that,
the other way. I moved up north, and same thing. As soon as you get out of the city, and there's big cities in the state that I live in,
yeah,
but I'm beyond all that, like heading towards, I'm in the middle of the state where I'm at. And
ooh,
I remember when I first moved up here, like the biggest thing for me was it seemed like everybody kind of rolled up the sidewalks at like 10 o'clock. After 10 o'clock, the city was dead. I'm
yeah,
like, oh,
ghost town.
this is weird. Like traffic lights are flashing yellow, things like that.
Oh,
You
that's
can't
fun.
go to Taco Burrito King at 2 in the morning after you're done drinking and find something. You're stuck with Taco Bell, you know. So, but as I gotten older, I don't know if I could go back to the city life.
No,
I don't know. It's been too long, too long. I'm
yeah,
sure I can adapt, but I like getting to work that's 5 miles away and it only takes me 8 minutes to get there
yeah.
instead of an hour and a half.
There's zero chance that I could make city life in Chicago ever again. There's no ever going back. Not to live. I'll go and visit family and do all that good stuff, but I am not. I couldn't. I would. There's no way. I've gotten so used to slowing things down. That city life, that's for young bucks. You
Yeah.
leave that to the young bucks to
Mhm.
do all that shit. But you're right though. I sure do miss getting a large ass thin crust pizza at fucking 2 in the morning.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
totally a thing. I remember those days.
So
Good
what are we
shit.
thinking Sunday, 9 a.m. again, going live?
So Sunday, 9 Central. Tune in, everybody, at 9 Central, 10 Eastern. We're gonna go live, and yeah, that's the plan. Not a bad turnout today, man. We almost had 40 on a Thursday night. Maybe
Yeah.
on a
Past my
Thursday night.
bedtime. It
But
gotta be
yes,
way past your bedtime where you're at.
way past my bedtime. But for the love of the game,
That's right.
I was really eager to get this channel running, doing
Mhm.
all the setup and all that good stuff. And I'm pleasantly surprised that we had a good turnout, man. Again, we're down to 35, but man, we were almost at 40.
Yeah. So while you guys are here, I think we opened up 9 or 10 subscribers to the new channel. Make sure you guys smash that like and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you'll get the notification when we go live on Sunday. But I think, we're going to see how this works out. I think this might be a kind of the groundwork for our permanent schedule here during the season.
Yeah, sounds good.
Off season, we'll have to kind of chop it up. I'm sure as we get closer to the draft and free agency, I'm sure we'll talk plenty Bears football then and kind of give you maybe some of our predictions or some of our wants, needs, and what we're thinking. So the off season will be kind of touch and go, but we'll keep it active.
Oh yeah, we'll still be there. There's always news and things going on during the off season. There are a couple little dead spots in there, but like you said, we'll think of something.
Mhm.
Hopefully by that time we'll have a big enough following that we can, again, if you guys would ever comment, we could interact with y'all in the chat and keep this thing steamrolling. But that's all right if you're all are bashful. It's your first time here. Welcome. Hopefully we were gracious hosts and we were gentle and all that good stuff. But yeah, Drew's right. This is going to be about our schedule throughout the season. I could see us doing a Thursday night show and then the Sunday morning pregame, and that'll be our set time. So, absolutely, thank you so much for showing up. We appreciate you. Until next time. Bear down. All right. Peace, y'all.